Hello guys, welcome back to the Quantity Surveying workshop, and in today's video we're going to be starting how to use our PlanSwift software. So this is what you see when you open the software, and if you look on top you'll see some things here. You can see home page, tools, views, etc, etc. I'm going to be coming to that, but the first thing I want you to look up is you need to understand how to start a new work, right? So the first thing you're going to be doing, for example, if you've not started the work at all and you want to start something new, you click on the new tab, right? So now you can see this job code here. All you just need to do is to maybe put something, let me just say tutorials, and then the description we can say template, and then you can leave any notes that you want here. Then the measurement type. Now this measurement type, now there are two. It's either in English or in metric. English means that you are going to be measuring in inches or in feet, while metric means that you are going to be measuring in, let's say, millimeters, meters, cubic meters and stuff like that, kilometers. So in Nigeria, it is common practice that we measure in what? Metric, that is in meters. So we're going to be using what? Meter. Then you click next. So as you can see, they say that there's already a job with that job number. So let me just click OK. So let me change this to PlanSwift. I'll click next. Okay, so now we've done that. Now the next thing we need to do now is to choose the file image. Now one thing about PlanSwift is that PlanSwift can allow you to measure your PDF files, your AutoCAD files, scanned files, and even JPEG, like photos. So you can take a picture of like a plan, and then you can bring it, upload it to PlanSwift and measure. In a case where this is not the drawing you want, you can go to the browse feature and then go and look for where you saved a particular drawing. So let me just say you saved the drawing in documents, right? So you go to the folder with the drawing, and my folder where I saved the drawing was measurements DRW. So when I go there, I will click on Siemens, right? Because this was the folder I saved it, and I'll click on OK, and this was the file, the PDF file, right? So all you just need to do is click on next. So now you can see that it is stated that convert PDF files to ITF recommended. So it means that the PDF file here will be converted to what? TIF, for what? Better workability, to make the process fast. Now another thing you need to know about this PlanSwift software is that whatever type of file, drawing file that you are using will determine how fast the PlanSwift will be, except your laptop is a machine, right? It is very strong and durable and has good features, right? However, if your laptop is a simple laptop that is just trying to run the software, I will advise that you upload your drawings in PDF format, in PDF or JPEG format, right? However, if you are looking for precision, right, if you are looking for precision, you want your measurement to be very, very accurate, I will advise you use your AutoCAD file. Why do I say that? Because the AutoCAD file allows for snapping. If you are conversant with AutoCAD, right, AutoCAD has a feature called snapping, which allows you to have what? Precision on corners, right? It allows you to have precision on corners. However, in PlanSwift, it actually works on PDF too, but it is not as precise as that of AutoCAD files. So if you are looking for speed, upload your drawing in PDF. But if you are looking for accuracy of measurement, upload your drawing in AutoCAD format. So now you can see the format here. They say that this is just to, the quality of the drawing, right? So what I want is that I want the grayscale, I want it to be in grayscale 16, right? Then what I just need to do is click on what next. Now you can see PlanSwift is now ready to create your new job. So all you need to do is to click on what finish, and then it is going to upload the the drawing. So all we just need to do is to wait. So it's going to upload the drawing and convert the PDF file to TIF. So after the PlanSwift have converted the PDF file to TIF and it has uploaded, this is what we have, right? So this is the PlanSwift interface. So you can see at this point here, these are all the drawings inside that PDF. So if I click on this, you can see this is a new drawing. Click on this is a new drawing, new drawing, new drawing, new drawing, and so on and so forth. So you can see we had about 50 something drawings, right? So these are the drawings. So now before we go further, let me just give you a breakdown of how this PlanSwift works. So if you look on top of here, right, you can see different tools, right? You can see the zoom tool, you can see the fit page tool, zoom in, zoom out, pan. However, I'm using an external mouse because I believe external mouse makes workability on PlanSwift easier. So the middle mouse helps you to zoom in and zoom out. So that's the ball roller on the mouse. That's the middle button, helps you to zoom in and zoom out. Now if you want to pan, you can double click the middle button, double click and hold the middle button and then drag. So you can see, right, I double clicked and hold and then drag to wherever I want, right? So that is that. Or what you can do is to click on pan and then you can move, right? So that is one way of doing it. So you can do zoom in, zoom out, right? But I prefer speed by using the middle roller ball on the mouse, right? So now let's go to the measurements proper, right? Now in PlanSwift, right, there are different tools for you to use to carry out your measurements. Now remember, in your measurements, right, we have different units. The major units in our measurement are enumerated, which means count, linear meters 2, and then we have square meters, and we have cubic meters, and we also have tons. So you see those 5 parameters, right? PlanSwift have given us tools that we can use to carry out the measurement of all these 5 parameters. Now for our counts or enumerated items, all we just need to do is to use this count tool, right? All we just need to do is to use the count tool. Now for this auto count, in a situation where you are doing something like final circuit, where you want to count the number of let me just say doors, where you want to count the number of doors, this auto count, now what it helps us to do now is that we can feed it a picture of a door, right? And it is going to auto count how many of that image that it is seeing on the drawing, while this one is just a conventional manual tool to count it by yourself, because this auto count is not as precise as the manual count. I hope you understand. So the next item is our linear meters, and we can use the linear tool. So this linear tool works by drawing lines. By the time we go into how to create templates, now you will understand how to do it better, but just understand how to go about understanding the interface, right? So now the linear tool just works by drawing a line, right? It works by drawing a line. So the next tool now is our area. Now this area now is going to be used for measuring square meter items, right? Now if you look at this, we don't have anything here concerning volume. Now there is a way PlanSwift works. that you can use all these items here, both the linear and the area, to find volume. So you can use this linear tool to find area, and you can also use this area tool to find volume. What do I mean? Now, since we know that this is linear, right, when we measure with this linear tool, PlanSwift has a way of tweaking the formula used in the system, right? When we click this linear item now, this linear item has an inherent formula that can be tweaked. So all we just need to do now is, after we measure with the linear item, we need to feed it a second parameter, right? When let's just say we measured block work with the linear item, right? And we know that block work is not measured in linear meters, it is measured in square meters. So all we just need to do is to measure the perimeter of the block with this linear tool, and then feed the software, that's the formula, a new parameter, which is the height. So in the formula place, instead of saying just the linear tool, or linear as the case may be, or line as the case may be, what you are going to do now is to feed it a new operation. That's the linear tool that it has calculated, that's this linear meters. Then you now multiply it by the new parameter that you created, which is the height of the wall. So you can see the intricacies here. Now the same thing applies with area, the area tool. When you want to find volume, you know that volume is, the formula is length times breadth times height. So now what we can now do is that if we do length times breadth, we know that it is going to give us area. So now volume now can be also said to be area times height, or depth. So all we just need to do now is to use the area tool, measure the area of what we are trying to look for, and then feed it another parameter, which would be the third parameter, either your height or your depth, and then tweak the formula in the system. So in the formula you are going to be saying area, but you can now multiply it by the new parameter that you've added, which is the depth or the height, and then it is going to calculate in cubic meters. And what I'm saying here might be sounding as rocket science, but by the time we begin the video proper, you're going to be seeing what I am talking about. So this is basically it for the introduction to these tools.